Hello, hello, hello. Here we go. Today is about mirror talk. I know y'all are like, man, she need to get back on mirror talk. Like, what's the problem? Well, life is the problem. So, we're going to have a mirror talk today. Just for so many reasons. Lots going on with a lot of people, a lot of tragedy and a lot of pandemics and all kind of things that are happening. Just a lot. And so, we're just going to do a little mirror talk today. But the mirror talk is going to be about you. Because remember, what do I say all the time? You have value. Oh, I don't start with that. That's terrible. You are beautiful. Let's be focused, Jackie. You are beautiful. You have value. And what is it? You have purpose. Absolutely. Those are our three things. Those are our hashtags. And so we're just going to do a little mirror talk today. And we're going to talk about some positive talk, like blessing yourself. So, let's give it a name that makes you feel good. Like for me, mirror talk works. But for you, you might need to bless yourself. Like you might need to say, I need a blessing over my life. Okay, well, good. We're going to talk about that. Or, maybe you say, ooh, I don't really feel that. So we can say, how about we have a little positive talking for ourselves. We could do that. So that's what we're going to talk about. But guess what? First, you got to begin with what are you putting here in the mind? What are you listening to? What are you watching? What are you hearing? What are you saying? What words are coming out of your mouth? All of these things affect your mirror talk, your blessing yourself, your positive self-talk. They all are affected by what are you allowing to come in. And so I want to talk about you allowing good things to come in. There's a scripture, one of my favorite scriptures. It is Philippians 4:8. And it talks about the things you should think on. The things you should think on. Because if you think on these things, guess what? You're going to have a whole lot less stress. Your life is going to be more peaceful. Life is just better. And so when people ask me, how can you find good in the crazy situations that you're in? Because I think on good things. I do. Because I know that there are people out there much worse situations than me. And so I pray for them. And then for me, I think on good things. And I turn things that, some people may say, oh my gosh, this happened to me. I try to turn that stuff into good things. Okay. So let's talk about some things you should think on. All right. The first one is things that are true. Okay, Jackie, what do you mean things that are true? The truth. Okay. So if, somebody comes and says, hey, somebody said, listen, if you don't know it to be factual, how about we not think on it? So let's say somebody said something about me that wasn't true. And then somebody comes and tells me, hey, girl, you're not going to believe this. So-and-so said this about you. Then I'm going to think to myself, is that true? And I'm going to say to myself, nope. And if it isn't, I move on. Now, if it is true, like somebody may say, oh my gosh, Jackie is so loud. I'm going to think about that for a second. I'm going to say, is that true? Heck yeah, I am. And then I'm going to say, but guess what? I'm okay with it. I like it. I'm good with it. Moving on. So you got to figure out what that is. So if things are true, then they are worthy of you thinking on them. They're worthy of some time, some effort, some of your thought life. If they are not true, dismiss, deuces, gone. It's over. That's how I feel about that. So think on things that are true, factual. You know them to be real. Like if somebody come and say, hey, I heard your mother's name was Susie. Well, guess what? My mother's name is not Susie. So why would I want to act crazy? Like I don't have to go off and act crazy and blah, blah, blah. And that's not my mother. So no big deal. If somebody says, hey, you're short. Okay, cool. I like being short. I mean, I like what the height that I am. Perfect for me. Because you don't understand the power that comes with this. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So let's talk about what else. Things that are honorable. Ooh, honorable. What's that about? That's about having a sense of dignity. So if you come to me with some mess, not worthy of my time. All right? Is there some dignity to what you're saying? Okay? So I'm going to think about that kind of stuff. Things with dignity. Okay? Self-respectful things. Like sometimes we get these, videos and crazy stuff that come up on social media or the news or just your Yahoo account or your Google account. You end up with this crazy video on the side. Is it self-respectful? Does it make you have a sense of respect just about self, you as a human? If it doesn't, not worthy of my time. And then there's this thing called just or righteousness. Okay? Now, that is an easy one. Because as a believer, guess what? I was imputed with the righteousness of Jesus. So then when I think about that, thinking, ooh, now I don't know about you, because you might have lived a great, wonderful childhood. You were so sweet and kind. And, I don't know, you just were sweet and kind. Yay, you. I'm proud of you. Good job. Okay, I was not that child. Okay? This one right here, factual. Woo! Those are facts. I was, a lot. Praise God for the parents that I had in my village. And so, now that I've been imputed with the righteousness of Christ, I don't have to worry about mine, because mine is not worth anything. But the one that has been imputed to me, given to me, then I can think on that and be happy all day thinking, whoo, thank goodness I have the righteousness of Christ. And so the next one is things that are like pure. These are like, I call this, for me, it's like chastity of thought. So being chaste in my thought. Okay? So when my thoughts start to flutter off into things that they should not be, like I should not be thinking about these things, I have to correct them. Like bring them into captivity. Done. Nope, not thinking about that. Not letting my mind dwindle down that path, because you know what happens? When your mind dwindles down the path, then before you know it, your mouth is speaking it, and then before you know it, your body is following you in the actions that you don't even want to be part of. So, you got to make sure your thought got some chastity of your thought, okay? And then another one is just lovely things. Now, when I say lovely, I'm not talking about the hashtag you are beautiful like you are. Not that, because you are. But lovely is things that are like endearing to your heart. Those kinds of things. Those are things that you kind of think on. And then there's that one that says, commendable, or just things that have a good report. Things that are worthy of a reputation. Kind of like that, okay? So, reputable, all right? A good report, those kinds of things. And then, you got moral excellence, which is just, having just your virtue, moral excellence. Now, I'm not saying that we're perfect, because we're not. But what I am saying is, let's have some morals about ourselves and let's think about those, okay? And then, finally, things that are praiseworthy. So whatever else I've left off of the category that's worthy of being praised, then there you go. Add it in. Okay? So the point here is when you're standing in the mirror, okay? I do need you to say, you are beautiful, you have value, and you have purpose. Absolutely. Don't forget those. Keep saying them. If you've stopped, get back on the bandwagon, okay? But if you're there, you're like, I got that, but I'm not, my mind is, or I feel bad about myself, or, whatever the case may be, you got to start blessing yourself. Okay? Pick one of those and say, this week, I'm going to make sure I'm focused on one of them. Just pick one. You want to know the whole list? Philippians 4 and 8. Go there. But you can pick one and say, that will be my focus for this week. My focus this week is to only deal with stuff involving truth. If it's not about truth, then guess what? No mind time. No mind time. I'm not giving any time to it at all. All right? Or you can pick the one that's just, I want to pick things that are lovely. I want to think about things that are dear to my heart. Like my grandmothers. Bless their heavenly hearts. They're gone. But you know what? They are dear to my heart. And so sometimes I just like to think about them because it makes me happy and it blesses me. All right? So you could think about that. You could pick one. It doesn't matter which one it is. And just kind of work your way through the list until you can learn to have control over that mind of yours. Now, while I cannot control all the thoughts that come in, but I can control what I do with the thoughts that come in. Okay? So make sure that if a foolish thought comes to mind, you're handling it in the correct way. Okay? So that is the mirror talk for this week. I want you to bless yourself. I want you to speak positively to yourself. I want you to continue to look in the mirror, telling yourself that you're beautiful, you have value, you have purpose. And then I want you to start making sure that the words, these words that come out of your mouth are worthy of the things that you're thinking on. So when you're thinking on great things, then great things come from there. Okay? But when you're not thinking, then you find foolishness or negativity or things that are harmful to you come from there. So let's think on good things. You have a list of them. Pick one, okay, and handle it accordingly for a week. So, as we always say, you are beautiful. You are beautiful. You have value. You are valuable. You have lots of value. And you were designed with purpose. You have purpose because you were designed with it. So those are our 3 things that we are going to say in the mirror. And then we're going to pick one from our list from Philippians 4 and 8. And we're going to focus on that one for the week or the next couple of weeks until I see you again. All right? Well, until next time, I think I used to say this. It is what it is, or we can make it what it should be. Up to you. Bye.